So in other words, you could be doing really well. You could have, a vehicle or two. You could have a house. You could have this. You could have that. Everything could be going wonderful. You could be enjoying that. But eventually, that will have to come to an end at some point. You will have to go through hard times no matter what. You may have to move to a smaller house. You may have to give one of your vehicles up. This is what I'm trying to say. We can't, and people understand this, but we can't determine what's going to happen in our future. Only God can do that. And it says in the Bible that God gives the increase and God gives the decrease. So that's all up to God. Like I said, God makes the sun come up and God makes the sun go down, and that's the cycle of the human life. That's what it is. It's ups and it's downs. It's like that movie Blow. That's a good movie. I own that movie, but his dad in that movie, he says, when you're up, it's never as good as it seems, and when you're down, you never know when you're going to get back up again. And that's exactly how life goes, and that's how it's been going for me, and that's how it goes for everybody else. And I am a big movie person, and who knows, maybe in the future I'll start getting into movies as well, because I love movies, and I have many that I've stored up over the years. I had to store them at other people's houses, but I'm grateful that they took care of them because I was able to get them back. But I love movies, and movies that have meaning, just like the music. With music, it has to have meaning in order for me to value it. But and yes, most of it all points to God. Most of my stuff, most of my songs, my music, my movies, they do have to do with spirituality, and they do have to do with God. Everyone goes through that phase where they listen to total junk music that is just negative and just all about just a bunch of crap. When you think about it, that still happens today. And when you're going through a phase like that, you don't listen to what other people tell you. You listen to those songs about, stealing and killing and drugs and violence and sex and, depression and misery and, whatever, violence, everything. You listen to all of it when you're going through a phase like that in your life. And I think everybody's probably gone through some kind of a phase like that. But it's just a total waste of time, waste of experience. You don't gain anything from it. It actually destroys your heart. Like the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he becomes. If you're listening to crappy music that just makes you feel like crap, makes you get angry, makes you get mad, makes you feel like you're proud, makes you feel like you're somebody, like the Bible says, if any man think he's something when he's nothing, he has deceived himself. So the music out there that tells you to, do this, be promiscuous, do that, yo, you know what I'm talking. And it's not always rap, but I mean, it can be metal, it can be all that. So, nightmares, talking about like devil type stuff, this and that. Man, I'll tell you what, music is a very powerful, influential tool that the devil uses, and God uses it too. But the devil has been using it for way too long in this country, and it's time to return to positive music. And that's why I have on my channel here, I have a link to two music sites. But the main one, Pure Positive Music, my Facebook page, you guys can check into that. That's got a lot of positive music on it, and I did it on purpose. I might actually be updating it soon with at least a few more songs, and maybe taking one or two out. But I made that for people who want to listen to positive music that's going to lift their spirit, and that's going to help them feel better and feel hopeful and feel good. And that's the kind of music that we Americans need to return to again. We did it. We had music like that. I grew up in the 80s, so there was a time where we had really good music, really positive music. But man, once those 90s hit, man, the devil snuck in there and just started laying down all these different types of music, all these songs about all that stuff. But anyway, and that actually ties into the Bible too, because it does mention that Lucifer, when he was in heaven, was like a choir type of an angel or something along those lines. But we'll get into that later. But so he is very familiar with music, and he himself likes music, but he likes negative music. Trust me. I can tell you now, Satan loves evil music. That's his favorite kind of music. He wouldn't have it any other way. So, like it says in the, like it's, you've all heard before, know your enemy, understand your enemy. So, and there are scriptures related to that, but that, for another time, another day, that'll be another subject that we'll cover. I really do enjoy doing this channel. I really feel like I found a new niche in my life, something I can do every day that makes me really happy. And the fact that I get to share it with other people obviously is like one of the biggest parts of that. I mean, whoever out there hears what I have to say and watches my channel, and it may not be many, or it may be eventually many. Either way, if I could reach one person out there that watches my videos and listens to what I have to say, then that's a blessing from God. This isn't work to me. This isn't a job to me. I love doing this. I'm very passionate about it. So I couldn't do this every day. I couldn't make videos every day and talk about these kind of things if I didn't love what I was doing. There's no way I could do it. I wouldn't do it. That's just period on that, because I don't like to waste time. We don't have a lot of time in life. I don't like to waste experience, waste time, waste energy doing something that I don't like to do. If it's something I don't want to do, don't like to do, I don't want to do it. And that should go for everybody out there. You shouldn't do something that your heart doesn't like. And that's just, we don't always think like that. People tell us to do stuff even when our heart isn't into it, even when we don't love it. And that's just wrong. That's just wrong.